go over here and show the other thing that EA is doing. Because EA isn't just doing a campaign to try to skirt responsibility. EA has put in a mechanic to stop you from buying stuff you don't want to buy, but not really. So FIFA 21 started doing this, and now FIFA 22 is going to do this, where it's a preview pack.
Oh, a preview pack.
Preview pack. And the way it works, pretty much, if you want to go ahead and read the whole article, the link will be in the description of the VOD. But basically, when you go to buy a pack, a loot box, it will show you what's in that loot box. And then you can decide whether or not you want to buy it. However, here's the catcher. It only works, I believe, once per 24 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. So you look at a loot box, you go, I want to see what's in it before I purchase it, which is the opposite of a loot box. And you go, okay, I don't want it, and you back out. Then you go to the next one. Well, it's a loot box at that point, and you don't get that level of transparency.
And here's something else. You don't have a whole lot of time to take advantage of the loot box bundle price either. I mean, some of these sales end in 48 hours?
Right.
Okay, so you only get a chance to preview at most 2 loot boxes.
And if you decide not to take them up on it, then the sale's over, and then you lose the ultimate team players, cards, whatever you want to get.
Right.
And you're back at the negative side of the dopamine rush.
Yep. It's still loot boxes.
Yeah.
It's still a loot box.
It's now loot boxes with a teaser. And somehow that makes it worse.
It does make it worse, actually.
And the fastest way to reset a box is to buy the one that's available now. Yeah, I mean, it's they've basically made the situation worse under the guise of trying to make it better, which is the scuzziest damn thing I have ever heard of.
Yeah.
That's why I say I am so tired of EA.
Yeah.
They are getting away with absolute BS, and it's like they don't know how to be honest.
No, they don't. Yeah. You don't you don't see honesty in their corporate tagline.
Let's see. Burke says they tried to do the thing Fortnite did to skip any restrictions in Belgium and the Netherlands. See, that's just EA's modus operandi. It's money, 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 money. Who do you love? Who do you love? Money.
Money.
Now, there's another article here, which I don't know if we're going to go deep into, but it kind of talks about EA's attempts to catch up to its responsibility. Oh,
look, it's positive play.
Yeah. This is partially in tune with what we've been talking about, but it's EA in general trying to, again, spin. There's another real pretty picture of a person who's going to fix all your problems.
He's going to fix my problems.
So, yeah, this is, the video game industry is catching up to, wow, we have massive communities, and that means we get all the good and bad associated with that. So what he's talking about is the toxic and negative communities that are often associated with online games like FIFA, for example, Fortnite, other games.
Right.
And what they're trying to do is they're trying to build these positive play. Don't you just love it when there's buzzwords?
Yeah, I do.
Don't you just love buzzwords that have happy, fuzzy feelings and were obviously thought up by a PR department?
Yep.
And have absolutely no depth to them whatsoever.
Yeah.
Just absolutely fantastic. Every time a company does that, I can feel the sincerity dripping off of them like honey from the comb. Thank you, EA. You have completely turned around my view of you with 2 words.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't tell, hashtag sarcasm. And that's the problem. This is kind of indicative of a larger issue that Teal and I are seeing, not just with EA. EA is just the most egregious, is these attempts to put positive spins through campaigns that shirk responsibility, shift blame, and attempt to band-aid a problem instead of addressing the core issue.
Yeah.
The core issue of EA's loot box issue is that they have loot boxes. That's the core issue. The way to solve that is to get rid of the loot boxes.
Okay. Yep.
And the core issue of their online toxic communities is an unmoderated online toxic community.
The thing is, that's a key point, which you just said, moderated, unmoderated, okay? So their whole positive play charter is basically, here's the rules, guys. You really need to follow them because they're just being a nice person. If you don't, well, we're just gonna have to, ban you. Yeah, but that's the thing. Are you monitoring? I don't know if anybody's up there on the ship.
Probably not at all. I mean, let's put this in perspective, guys. Let's just put it out there with us as an example. Our Twitch channel rarely has more than 15 people viewing concurrently. And we have a moderator.
Yep.
So when those 6, 7, or 8 people are watching, we have a moderator in order to keep things responsible and healthy.
Yeah.
And to slay bots. We're teeny tiny itty bitty.
Yeah.
And we go out of our way to make sure that we have someone moderating our community. On our Discord, we have 3 to 4 moderators, usually at least 2 who are online simultaneously, and usually one of us as well.
Yeah.
So we are taking a proactive approach to keeping our Twitch, YouTube, and Discord communities healthy and non-toxic.
Right. And so if we can do it, why can't a big company like EA that has thousands of people employed do the same thing?
And we don't pay any of our moderators or our channel helpers, but yeah, that's all volunteer. EA has a massive amount of monetary resources. They could hire a moderation team.
Yes, they could.
Square Enix has a moderation team for Final Fantasy XIV. Why the hell can't EA do it?
Why can't EA do that?
Why? There is literally no reason other than shirking responsibility in order to maximize the bottom line. The less we spend, the more we make. That yacht's not going to pay for itself.
Yeah, so I'm not impressed.
No.
This is, it has no bite to it. Again, they're not actually taking an active part in addressing their issues.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. Hiring a moderator would mean less money to Android Wilson.
Oh, the dilemma.
Oh, woe is Android. And between you, me, and the wall teal, somehow that smarmy grin makes me just want to hate it that much more.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, well. Anyway, so that was...
Yeah.
That was our pointing out more flaws of EA.
Yeah, let me go ahead and hide that screen and get rid of that disgust. It's really rough, guys. It's hard working in an industry, even as an indie like we are, and having to deal with just this.
You have big giants like EA that have all these problems and they don't address them. They just say, oh, well. And, their marketing team puts out something and they just keep on going and keep on doing what they're doing.
And then
the rest of us who are trying to be ethical and honest, it just burns my biscuits.